Hey everybody, this is Toss with Chris. Boy, I got a thing to tell you all. I came across something that happened yesterday, and then it's all over social media now, and it's on YouTube, Facebook, Google, you name it. It's about the Rihanna situation. I'll probably name in the title. Rihanna was stopped by a crazed fan, and the woman's name, if I can get it correctly, Yvonne Ortiz. I don't know her middle name, but that's her name. She's 35 years old. She's from Florida, and plus apparently she had her own YouTube channel, and she had ill will intent to harm Rihanna. And she lived in Florida and came to LA, went to her home, and what you see from clips here on YouTube, you'll find out. Just check it out for yourself, because I don't want to repeat it here on YouTube, because it had to do with violence, and I don't want to say anything that will get my video demonetized or anything like that, but I'm just going to say that. But it had ill will intent, dangerous ill will intent. And Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, and their children were inside the house. Yeah. And this woman, I don't know what's her deal, but I seen her video, which I saw clips of it on TMZ. And she said that it was more than just Rihanna. It had to do with Kim Kardashian, Cardi B, but literally her main focus on was Rihanna, and she had religious reasons of saying stuff that was part of whatever was going through her head at the time in the videos, because you'll see it on Google, on TMZ, and everything. And she involved religion into it. And in her video, she said Rihanna was the devil, had the face of the devil and everything else. And I'm hearing this, garbage, and I'm hearing this woman. And she said these really things with foul language and ill will towards Rihanna in the video, which I cannot repeat due to YouTube guidelines, because I don't want to get my video demonetized or this video taken down. But it's sickening to me that a person like that was willing to come from Florida to go to LA and have very dangerous ill will intent on hurting Rihanna, A$AP Rocky, and their children, which I think is pathetic, disgusting, narcissistic, hurtful, and very, very dangerous behavior. You don't cross that boundary, regardless of who you are. If you're a celebrity or not, you have no right whatsoever to go on a platform like YouTube or any other social media platforms and say derogatory things, offensive language, and using things in religious reasons why you do what you do. This woman literally is messed up in the head. And thank God no one was hurt. Thank God, thank the good Lord that Rihanna and A$AP Rocky and their children were not harmed. But this woman was caught. And her bail was set at $10 million for that huge stunt she pulled. And I'm thinking, if they let her out, knowing what she's capable of, and may I remind you, I will put it down in the description below, or in the comment section at the end of this video, of what she used to do bodily harm to Rihanna and everything. But or maybe not, I don't know. But it was but if people wants to know that, comment what this person used, and you'll find out, or just notice from what she used, because they were talking about what she brought with her to Florida. I mean, not to Florida, but LA. My apologies. Now, that goes without saying. Everyone has an opinion on someone, regardless. If you're a music fan, if you're a sports fan, if you love songwriting, if you love art, if you have everything that you deal with, that you have your opinion of, if you don't like somebody, just say it. If you love them for what they do, respect their privacy, their homes, their personal lives. It's none of your business what they do behind closed doors, for one. And that's what the problem is, because they think that they can do what people can do whatever they want, and do what they said that their intentions are doing. That's unacceptable to me. And I am a fan of music, actors. You know, I love art. I love I love sports. I love music. I love movies. I love things that actors do. I love what they have done. I'm a fan of Rihanna. I have nothing against her or A$AP Rocky. They're both successful. They're talented. They have successful careers, and everything that's going good for them. Does it give me the right to do what that woman was capable of doing? No. I draw across that. Period. I don't care if this woman had problems. It doesn't give them the right to do what they done. This Yvonne Ortiz. Ma'am, you are, without a doubt, the most you are the most I can't describe how stupid you are. For one, you have a YouTube channel on here. You had the audacity to put religion into it, saying Rihanna's the devil. And you think that just because, I'm going to say this as a person of religious reasons. I do not push my religion on people, for one. If you are a Christian, you're a Christian. If you're this, or you're this, or this, or this, I don't have the right to judge anyone. That's not my job. And ma'am, that sure as heck wasn't your job. That's God's job. And you, ma'am, Miss Ortiz, you went way across the line. More than across the line. You went down the wrong path to something that was very dangerous and very stupid. You have to realize the consequences of your actions. You were idiotic. You're narcissistic. You want to claim that someone is the devil. Let me tell you something here and now. There's evil out there in the world. And ma'am, what you just did right there was evil. Have an ill will intent to hurt someone that never did nothing to you. That's evil. What you just did. Because you wanted to cause bodily harm to not only her, but her husband and her children. Which, for you, you got caught. And I hope they lock you away and throw away the key. Because people like you, that goes the same with the person that hurt John Lennon, Mark David Chapman. I hope that he stays in prison for the rest of his life. That goes with any person that did bodily harm to an actor or singer or anyone. It just makes me so angry that people like that are still out there roaming the streets. They have their intent on like going across the line to go into people's singers or people's property and take pictures or invade their personal privacy. And that includes athletes and singers and everybody that's has their own person, like what happened to Rihanna. Everyone can admire the artist or actor or author or whoever. They can admire them all they want. They can be fans. They can, be caring and respect them. I sure as heck do. I don't go on somebody's property and do what this crazed nut did. Yeah, I called her a nut. That's what you do. That's you really need help. And I don't go on my social media platforms such as YouTube or anyone else cramming my religion down somebody else's throat and telling people, oh, I think this person's the devil. Oh, I think that person is God. No. I do not cross that boundary. There's one God, and there is a devil. And out there in the real world, that's evil. We live in it every day. And we're still living in it every day. But here's the thing. I may be a fan. I may be a diehard fan of artists that I grew up listening to, and I will continue on to do so. And I will admire them. I will, respect their privacy. I even said that to one individual who is an artist. And I got a good response out of it. I just don't go on social media platforms and just say crazy stuff and try to, saying, oh, I'm this and that. No. You got to understand there's a line that you just don't cross. And that woman, Yvonne Ortiz, went across the line. Did more than that. She did something that was considered very, very ill-will intent. And now she's facing attempted murder charges. And she will hopefully have a sentencing and everything. And I hope that they lock her up and throw away the key, like I said. And she needs help. And I do not care what her intent was, or whatever mindset she was. Just because you have a platform, that you had your own platform on here, cramming so much of whatever knowledge you have, using foul language, and try to put religion into it, and you had the nerve to put God into the conversation. That doesn't sit well. That doesn't sit well with me at all. I don't cram my religion down people's throats. You know why? Because I'm friends with anybody that's different. I have friends that believe in God, and there's some people that don't believe in God. Do I go across the line and try to cram it down their throat? No, I don't. Because that's not the heart that I don't have. Do people understand me? Absolutely. Do I think somebody's the devil? Of course not. That's just you're I don't. It's like I'm saying that if I said someone's the devil, then there's something wrong with me, and I will get criticized for it. I don't do that. But you, on the other hand, thinks, oh, that person's the devil. She has the face of the devil. I don't know Rihanna personally or privately, whatever. No, that will never happen. Okay? Let's get that out of the way right now. But I do not, and I repeat, I do not judge a person of any shape or form of what they do. Do I like the decisions that they make? Absolutely, but I mean, I'm trying to rephrase that. Do I like what they do from time to time? No. Does it make me any different than anybody else on this platform that has talked about this before with any other artists or actors or athletes or whatever that comes through the path of YouTube or TikTok or X or anything like that? No. I'm no different than anybody else. I just love making content. I love doing what I do. I love having my voice of an opinion. Does that excuse of trying to cram whatever I know down people's throats? No. I just like to hear people's opinions. I like that. And I don't like to get into arguments to get into a physiological discussion that has to do with certain things. Now, it may happen, but here's the thing. I'm going to respect your opinion, regardless. But I will not, and I repeat, I will not go into an argument where normally, if I try to say something, it's going to take take my words out of proportion, because that's what happens when you're in the comment section of what YouTube or TikTok or on X. People can take your words and spin them around. But as a person that's dealt with certain things in his life that I have to get used to. That's common. But people has their own opinions about how they feel about certain artist, actor, singer, athlete. That goes with the territory. I have nothing against Rihanna. She's a great artist, great vocalist, great talent, Grammy Award winner, multi-platinum selling artist. A$AP Rocky. I don't hear much of his music, which I have nothing against. I wish him all the best in his career and his life, and hopefully, him and Rihanna have the best life. See, that's a good person right here. This is a good-hearted person right here who said something nice, and kind and gentle, and everything else. And this is my advice to anyone that has that tremendous respect for actors, singers, and other regardless of anything that they like. They know, and the people who I'm talking to knows what I am actually trying to say. You do not cross that boundary, regardless. That's a line you surely do not cross. And you do not think for one single solitary second that there won't be repercussions out of this. Because there is going to be repercussions for this Yvonne Ortiz. She will pay for what she tried to do. And I hope that they lock her up again and throw away the key. And if not, then I'm saying this, and if anybody agrees with me on this, please comment down below. Our justice system is so screwed up. Regardless. So, I appreciate you guys watching this. I thought I would give you guys this thing that's going on right now with Rihanna in this situation. If you guys want to know more on what's going on, more than I can give you from what I know so far, look it up. Watch some videos on TMZ. Look it up. You'll find it. It's on here on YouTube. It's on Google, or you can find it on Instagram, or anything in that sort of element to that. So until next time, this is Toss with Chris, and remember, have an opinion, stay true to who you are, do not change who you are, be kind to one another, love yourself, and never, and I repeat, never give up on your dream of being who you want to be, or believing and also believing your videos, and hopefully they'll be successful. And if you just love doing the videos for what you do, then that's great. Play to your audience, play to yourself, do what you want to do. And that's why this is called Toss with Chris, because I talk, and I hope that people will listen. And if they have an opinion, it's more welcome to. But remember, on my channel, regardless, there won't be no bullying. You can have an opinion, but there won't be no trash talking, no bullying whatsoever. Just have an opinion, but with respect and kindness. That's what my channel is all about. Have an opinion. Talk with me about it with respect and kindness back. And with none of this garbage that you're seeing today. None of this hatred or whatever, and I'm not saying nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect by no means, but my channel is for people that can understand where I'm coming from as a fan, as a person that enjoys great music, enjoys good stories, who loves telling stories, who knows a little bit knowledge and knows what I'm talking about and understands there's a line you cannot cross, and there's a thing called respect and dignity and kindness and everything. That's why, like it says on my YouTube channel, Toss with Chris. Have your opinion, be kind, do not bully, and always stay true to who you are, and never let people, regardless if they like your video or not, just be yourself. Hopefully people understand you. If they don't, then that's okay, because at least you're trying. You're trying your best every day. And that's the bottom line. So thank you again. This is Toss with Chris. Until next time, like I said, stay true to who you are. Be kind. Please, I would like to hear your opinion. Comment down below. And if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. If you want to like my video, you can. You're more welcome to. And if you want to check my other videos, you're more welcome to. Just remember, if this person can do it, regardless of anything that I try to talk about, go with your gut. Say what you want to say, and try to be appropriate, and try to make sure that you have a voice. Thank you again. See you guys next time.